It's just not easy to be who we want to be. 'Cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is changing now. We need to heed the warning. The world is calling you to rise above where you've been. The world is changing now. What we did before doesn't work. It's time for you. It's time for me to change. The world is changing now. Won't you change and open your heart? Open your heart.
Yes, indeed. Open your heart right here on the Oldies Station. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we're so glad to be connecting with all of you. There's like this sense of change and energy. There's this sense of wrapping up 2024. Can you feel it? Can you connect to the possibilities of 2025? But think about it. When you journey into something new, it often gives us time and pause to reflect. And in the energy of reflection, we can create. We can create from the past the lessons we've learned, and we can grow. But our memories need to be served. How do you serve your memories? How do you reflect upon the past and just honor the good and the not so good. Reflection is a valuable tool when we look to the future to create. It is a necessary asset in assessing where we are. You often need to know where you've been to know where you're going. So we don't want to make the same mistake twice. After all, we've probably made a few of them several times. We're human. And as humans, it's not an easy journey. I guess no one said it was going to be easy. But I've come to the understanding that we make it complicated for ourselves. We make it uncomfortable. We choose to lament over some of our greatest missteps. Why is that? Why is it that we have difficulty celebrating our victories? Why is it that we can focus on that bad relationship or that bad financial move? Why is it that we pay so much attention to that? But we don't give ourselves the credit that we deserve. And therefore we shake our own confidence. Do you remember the times when you felt the most elated, happy, joyful? Can you remember those times? Even if you have to dial the hands of time back ever so far. Let's go back. What was that first great moment? That yippee moment? Was it a moment in school? A high school victory? A sport you played? We have to reflect on those times and remember the feeling. Oh, that feeling. Do you remember and can you reflect on the fact that when you were young, it was easier to be happy than it was to be sad? Even if you were sad, you went wah wah, and then somebody distracted you and off you went into another category, another thing to get excited about. You didn't really hold on to your sadness. Sometimes we pushed it down, but we got distracted and off we went to do something else. Do you remember being on a swing and having someone push you on the swing? This is when children played outdoors. I don't know how many kids are spending as much time outdoors as I would love to see them do, but when you would get this big push, and you would go higher and higher, and you would pump your legs so that you could get as high as you could. And then you'd come flying back down, and you'd get another big push. And there would be that jump in your stomach, that wee kind of feeling. It was so powerful. It was fun. It was freeing. It was your stomach up in your throat, but you weren't afraid. You were excited. You were enthusiastic. And you felt so free. That's something worth reflecting on. If you played baseball, what about that first home run you hit? Or if you were a performer in ballet or twirled a baton, the first time you stood in front of everyone and they burst into applause. Wow, that was a good time. Or the first time you aced something in school, passed that test you didn't think you'd pass. Or what about The first time you had a crush. Now that's a reflection. Now most people have a little crush on someone when they're in grade school. And we're not really equipped for the crush, but we become fascinated by that person. And there's something about them that makes us feel happy. Sometimes it's one of the neighborhood kids that we play in the mud with. Or it's someone who sits next to us in second grade. Or we walk home from school with, but they're not in our class. But there's something about them. Do you remember that? Do you remember that first little crush you had? I remember walking home from school in the second grade. And there was this little boy who was in my music class. And he began to sing a song. And I think it was a song we were doing in class, but he knew it by heart. And to this day, I still remember every word. Because as we're walking home, he sang me that song. And it was one of those moments where you feel important. Right? Who has a 7-year-old boy singing them a song? Those are the moments, those are the reflective times that help to scope us into who we are. They empower us. What about the things you used to make as a child? Doing arts and crafts. There's always those people in the family that they're good at making things. I remember things such as macaronis glued on a tube and making it into a canister and spraying the macaroni with different colors. What an accomplishment, right? There are so many things that we can reflect upon. And so many people. Who are the people who are most influential in your life? Who are the people who helped you along the way? I remember I had a babysitter. Her name was Hannah, an older woman. She lived not too far from us, a couple of doors down. And whenever I was with her, she would spend such undivided time with me. And we would do all sorts of arts and crafts, and we'd make pudding. We even took a can and glued all sorts of beads and things and made a jewelry box, which later I gave to my grandmother, and my grandmother had it on her dresser for a very long time. You have good memories inside of you. You have good experiences. I know, life, it may not be feeling so easy right now. It may be feeling complicated. You may be overwhelmed. But what are the good times? And what got you to where you are? Yes, the good and the not so good. Because we can learn. You can really and truly learn from where you've been. And you have to learn to celebrate your current victories with that same childlike wonderment. Reminds me of Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. When Clarice tells Rudolph that she thinks he's cute And she gives him a little kiss. And it's that sense of elation and attention that gives him the power to just leap into the air and actually fly. All because he felt that sense of glee, that joyful energy. Do you know it's that very same joyful energy that we all need to use to create? You need to focus on that feeling and use that energy to shift whatever's not going the way you want it to. How can you do that when maybe something's feeling complicated? You have to walk around and really remember those good times and remind yourself that today is going to be a good day. Because there have been other good days that have come before it. And even if you're in a dry spell, an awkward time, a chaotic time, you still have some memories. And there still were people who cared. Even if you come from a family where there really wasn't a lot of support, we didn't have enough attention. Usually there's one person, maybe it's a grandmother, a cousin, a godmother, but somebody who steps up and they give you that extra special time. Maybe they tell you stories. They make you feel like you matter in that moment. Go to those moments. Go to those experiences and really remember the feeling. And transfer it to where you are now. Transfer it to what you want life to feel like again. When I reflect, and I do that often, I like to look back and I like to see, where have I been? What got me here? And many of you who listen to the show, you know it's the most interestingly weird, unusual story, right? It's a series of circumstances and happenings that kind of took me by surprise, but forced me to dig down deep and discover purpose. But when I reflect on the radio show, and I reflect on the moments in the past prior to the radio show, when I had the opportunity to be on a stage or be on a microphone, speak on radio for another purpose, I remembered I felt comfortable, but I never imagined, thought, or believed that I would be doing this. But the universe, it always has a plan. The universe always asks, what do you want? So you dig down deep and you study. Excuse me. You study. You search. You research. And you dig down and you look for a feeling that says, this is where I belong. All these years, so many stories of all of you. From disappointments to victories, to sickness, to great improvements in health, to lost objects, to lost pets, to breakups, to makeups, to falling in love, to getting married, to unexpected passings of loved ones, to tragedies. We've covered it all here. And the way we cover these topics is through you sharing, and then Spirit taking us to where this moment in time can bring us, showing us this is what can come. But often Spirit will always go back with me and you and say, look at this period of time. Go back to this year. Go back to a change. Go back to a move. Go back to a choice you made. And look at what were you thinking? What were you feeling? Because that's the momentum. Do you know that when you think and feel a certain way for a period of time, it builds this energy around you, within you, and it begins to create a new frequency. And if what you're focusing on is negative, then you begin to create a new frequency. And it doesn't happen overnight. Yes, there are times where we think something and it happens. But when it comes to shaping our destiny and our thoughts and our words and our actions being impactful, until you've mastered the direction of your energy, it takes 3 years, 4 years. And then suddenly, everything you said, maybe you didn't like, has now exploded around you because you complained, but you weren't willing to make the change. Or the things that you pushed down emotionally have now had enough time to manifest in the body, and illness has begun. Misalignment in the physical cellular structure. Things begin to break down. When we're children, there's a part of us that knows our power. So to reflect on the times when you were little and you were able to imagine what you want. It's a great thing. It's a powerful tool. And there's a sense of freedom as a child. And our job here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah is to set you free, is to assist you on the journey to overcome your perceived limitations and explore the infinite possibilities for every situation or story that you're in. There are infinite possibilities of the outcome. And you can look back in time and see how you thought and felt that brought an undesirable outcome, and look at that and be like, wow, well, I've got to watch my feelings. Otherwise, I'm going to kind of mess up this good path that I'm on. Because we have to recognize our patterns. Reflection gives you that opportunity. And for those of you who are willing to grow spiritually and emotionally and are willing to be accountable for your actions, you have to be accountable for your part. Life isn't always happening to us. We're creating it. And I can promise you this, the universe, it's not against you. The universe can give you things beyond your wildest dreams, or put you in the least likely place so you could take a journey, just like we get to journey here. It was the least likely scenario I would have ever imagined for me. But when I reflect and I look at the little pieces of the puzzle and I appreciate them for what they were and the people who are in the storylines, even the difficult moments, the challenging relationship moments, the disappointments in corporate work, all of those pieces that really seemed heavy and insurmountable and just felt like they were messing things up. They all served a purpose. Hindsight is 20/20. So when you reflect, you can see through a different lens and use that as your stepping stones to greatness. And I love reflecting on all of you, reflecting on your stories and your successes and your disbelief when something changes just like that. It's so fabulous. And I love when you reflect on the show and you share with others your experiences. It always gives me this sense of we are one with a tapestry of life, and each one of us is a thread that is woven into each other's lives that continues outside the immediate landscape of the life we think we're living and the places we think we are, because the threads of who we are and the outreach that we have can go further than we can see, further than we can feel, beyond where we realize, to infinity, and through this lifetime and many lifetimes. We're going to continue our conversation on reflection. We're going to talk to all of you right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah on the Oldies Station at 866-972-7247. We welcome your phone calls, and looks like Facebook's up, YouTube's up. We've got things going. We'd love to see your comments and your questions on the YouTube channel, and have you share the page on Facebook. Give us your comments and your questions. We're going to be answering all of those questions as well. But for this minute, we'll take a minute to hear from our sponsors and reflect on where we've been and step forward and begin to answer your calls right here. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Where to go? The world is different now, and people have lost.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WFLM 104.7 HD3 Palm Beach Shores, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies Channel.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center.
I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guests alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next 2 hours of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another 2 hours to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world is changing now. It's asking us to move along, to open up a different way of loving one another. We can't stay the same. We've lost the game of life. We can't run away anymore. The world is
No, we can't run away anymore. And the world, it's changing. And it's time for us to make the change as well. And we're welcoming your phone calls right here at 866-972-7247 all across the nation. And we're welcoming your questions on Facebook and on YouTube. We're going to see if they can do something. I've got this echo going on that I'd really like to get to the bottom of. in my headsets because it's not feeling very comfortable. And as they're fiddling with everything, let's see what we've got going on here. That should be a little better. Well, we still got this echo. Might be on the journey of the station. So let's check this. All right, this is a little better. Yeah. So we're going to tune in and ask spirit questions and get your answers at 866-972-7247. But we're also going to talk to our friends on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, I want to hear from you. So did you hear the news? 750 live radio shows. And these radio shows are us working together live, connecting. Now, we've had some shows that have been some reruns over the years. It's 15 and a half years, but not very many. Maybe 3 or 4 in a whole entire year. So we've been showing up for 15 and a half years, and I'm really glad that you show up too. 866-972-7247. So we've got some great things coming up at the center. We've got our fabulous New Year's kit and our forecast that is coming up, and we are so excited to be launching it. And we should have some pictures of the New Year's kit. The New Year's kit is an old tradition for me. It is something that I started when I first opened the center over 18 years ago. It's a way to toast in New Year's. You know how a lot of us write down our goals, our New Year's resolution? Well, this is a way for you to energetically program your energy so that you can create the New Year that you want. And it does include an opportunity for you to write down what you want. It has a candle, so you can light a candle, make a little ceremony of it. But it also has a spray and an oil that you can use throughout the year. It's got this fabulous bath that kind of freshens up your energy. It's got this amazing crystal. It's about the size of your hand, just about. And it is a Hamsa hand. And it is a selenite Hamsa hand that is there for protection and clarity. It is a kit that aligns you to your manifestation process. And then if you've enjoyed some of the monologues that we do here on the show, or you've enjoyed the music that you hear in the show, we have a external little drive that you can pop into your gadget and then use that to listen to the music, to listen to the meditations that we've included. We've got meditations to the angels, meditations for love, meditations for money. It's a really powerful bit of information. So we've got everything you need there. So be sure to visit saraspiritual.com. The kit is only $55, and it's really a deal. Think of all the things that you're getting. We also have this fabulous forecast. Do you want to know, do you want to have a peek into what 2025 looks like for you? Wow. It is a year to mark the calendar, because this year is going to bring about a lot of powerful change for everyone. Our New Year's forecast includes covering things about your money, your work, your career, your relationships, your health, your trips, the best crystals for you. It talks about the best guides and angels that are going to be working with you. It has so many bits of information, and it also has a channeled message that I sit with Spirit, and Spirit comes through and gives you a message that comes from your angels, your guides, sometimes even from a loved one. So it's a very inclusive picture into 2025. So we'd love to have you take a look at that as well. Well, we're going to go to our phone lines at 866-972-7247. And we're going to go to Freddie. Freddie, I believe, is in Miami. Freddie, how are you tonight?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Good to connect with you.
But I'm kind of just trying to figure out, like, what's my next step? Like, I feel like I'm losing my mind.
You're losing your mind.
That's how I feel. Like, yes, really.
Well, the energy is really tough around you. And I feel like you're trapped like a rat in a cage that you can't get out of, and nothing you do. You even tried chewing on the wire and you're not getting anywhere. Does that make sense to you?
Right.
Nothing's changing. And you've been waiting for change to happen for a really long time. Is that true?
Yes.
But you also feel like people are being weird. They're just weird. And nobody's acting and reacting to you the way that you would expect them to or want them to. Is that also true?
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I know you feel tired, but you also have to be one of those people who reflects on how far you've come. You want what you want, but you can't get it yet. You're looking for a new job, Freddie, yes?
Yeah.
But nobody's really responding. Is that also true?
Correct.
The right job has not presented itself. You have to keep looking. Something's going to come. There is an opportunity that comes for you. The timing isn't right. And then there's also this sense that you want to pack up and go. Do you want to move as well?
Yes.
But we can't move till we change our job, and we got to change our job so we can change our money outlook. And without our money outlook change, we can't do nothing. That's what my spirit guide tells me. So no wonder you feel like you're going to lose your mind. But everything has its
like
time.
You said, it's the whole thing with the people and just everything that's happening.
Yeah. Like a lot of two-face, backstabbing, pettiness is going on around you. It's too dramatic. You should really be in a reality show the way that workplace goes. And even people in your circle and your family, they too are complicated.
Yes.
But this is going to pass. And when I look at where you are now, I can tell you this, and you've been through some hard years. This year of 2024, entering 2025, is meant to be uncomfortable because it's closing out all the uncomfortability of 2016 on. So if we go back to 2016, there was a lot happening in your life, correct?
Yeah.
You were pretty much down and out? You were?
Yes.
Okay. We're really letting all that go. And if I could just say the chains of the past are really trying to just pull you back and almost like a sticky surface. No, we're not done with you, Freddie. And you're like, no, I've got to move. The universe is going to flip you into a new paradigm. And that's going to happen as 2025 unfolds. And we start a new cycle for you. And it's an important cycle because things have been complicated. Things have been complicated since 2008, is what I really see. But, we're going to only go back to 2016 because, that was a monumental moment according to my spirits. But you are ready for partnership. You're ready for love. You're ready for new work. It's just the things haven't lined up. You've got to keep the faith. I'm going to tell you that when you feel like people are being a little extra, I want you to journal. I want you to bite your tongue. I want you to, of course, speak your truth, but don't engage in the drama and the pettiness, because nothing good happens when you try to defend yourself to people who really are just not really interested in caring about what your thoughts and feelings are. So don't even bother.
Right.
Right? It'll fall upon deaf ears. Freddie, 2025 is going to be a little better for you. It's going to have some momentum to open up this new beginning. The workforce is a little iffy right now for a lot of people. So when you make your move, you've got to make the move that's going to be a solid landing. So the universe is helping you wait to get just the right job so that you don't get stuck and then really end up in a pickle. Trust the process, Freddie. You'll be okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm sorry people are being just so obnoxious, is the word Spirit gives me. But you be the better person and shield yourself up. Tell Archangel Michael to walk with you and protect you. And don't let anything disrupt you. All right, my dear?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Freddie. Good connecting with you. Bye for now.
All right. Happy holidays. Thank you.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to go right back to our phone lines. And, of course, visit our friends on Facebook and YouTube. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call?
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we're going to go back to our phone lines as promised, and we are going to Makia. Makia is in West Palm Beach. Makia, how are you tonight?
I'm doing well.
Good to connect with you. How did you hear about us?
Oh, so weird because I was listening to the radio, and I usually don't even listen to the station. I think they played I was scrolling past the station. They played an old song I liked. I got out of the car, got back in, and they were talking about stocks, which I liked. And then I got back in, and then I heard your number. So that's how I got here.
Well, I believe in divine connections here. And let me tell you that this year for you is a year of twists and turns. Is that correct? And you're feeling like this is a year that you want to make some changes. Is that true?
It's been some twists, but it's been overall okay.
Yeah, well, twists and turns don't necessarily mean difficulties, but I see twists and turns and changes. And these twists and turns and changes are all about you drawing healthy boundaries, making the changes that open up the doors for you for 2025. It is about looking at where you want to see yourself in the next 2 years. This year is a very pivotal year, this 2024, as we close out 2024 into 2025. It also opens up the possibilities for increase in finances, and it opens up the possibilities for a different role or change in your current activities for work. What is your question for us tonight?
I wanted to ask about my love life. I just got out of a situationship, and I wanted to ask about that.
Yeah, well, that would be a twist and turn. That would be exactly the kind of thing Spirit wants you to lay that healthy boundary and make that change. What is the person's birthday that we just got out of a situationship with?
I know it's October the 22nd.
Okay, that's good.
Stay out the year. I think it might be 10/22/78.
Yeah. So here we have a person that really wasn't able to show up for you emotionally. Is that correct? And wasn't able to meet you in the way that you were putting forth in the relationship. And it makes me feel as if they are really a little more self-centered within what was important to them. And this relationship was, well, it was a test of you learning to, again, put your healthy boundaries down and to learn to love yourself. It's not that this person didn't care for you. They can't care for you the way you deserve to be cared for. They are non-committal. They are not ready for a relationship of permanency, and they also seem very complicated, so it makes me feel like they've got a lot going on behind the scenes for themselves, and so it really is not conducive for the two of you to go off and have any kind of relationship. Does that make sense to
you? Yeah.
Okay. So what is the question regarding this person?
I mean, I wanted to know. I guess I wanted to know because in the same sense of what you said is true, but there's another sense. I kind of feel like me and this person kind of have a lot in common. Whereas though I would think that maybe we have some type of connection where we are supposed to be together. Maybe he just has some issues as far as emotional maturity, is what you said.
Well, yeah,
and some other issues.
He's not emotionally available, okay? But we're not dating potential. You're looking for someone. You're ready.
Okay.
So this person, based on where they are in their journey, you're looking at a 3 to 4 year turnaround. And even then, they're not going to be able to love and create the way you do. That's not in their makeup.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are open and receptive, and you can prevent yourself from being in love with the idea of who you think he is and see him for who he is, and then ask yourself this really key question. Who inside of me had to prove myself or overcompensate, or perhaps wasn't seen or heard as a child? What part of me, when was that I wasn't really able to be accepted for who I was? And this is a carryover pattern of something from childhood. You see, somebody didn't show up for you in the way that you needed them to. And so you did everything you could to be this best possible person, and you made excuses for them. But they weren't able to be the person you needed them to be. Does this resonate with you, yes?
Yes.
So there was a parent who didn't quite show up, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So as a little girl inside of you, we're still attracting someone that we can kind of wait for and hope, if we do just enough right things and believe and really hold on to what we do have in common and the soul connection we do have, because you're not crazy. You do have a soul connection with this person. You have known this person before. You're just astute spiritually and intuitively and emotionally to be able to recognize it. So that's not crazy for you to be in that feeling, because you're correct with that. They're just not astute enough to recognize that. They're not on a maturity level to get there, and I don't feel like they're going to be able to connect to you in the way that you deserve. So if you clear the space and energy and open up to new possibilities, 2025 can give you a whole new vibe, a whole new love vibration. Now, this person, as we step away from them, will step back and try to pop back up. They're good at popping back up. So when the Jack in the Box pops up, you got to push it back down and put it back in the box. Do not take a step backwards. Okay? We are closing out an energy and time that has been very interesting for you in love and relationship for the past 4 years. Because I feel like the past 4 years you've been trying to get yourself on track to create the love life that you want, and it hasn't been clicking for you. Is that correct?
Let me see. Well, I haven't been able to secure a real relationship since I left my daughter's father, and she's now 14, so it's about 14 years ago. However, what you're saying as far as the trying to put myself on a spiritual path to kind of grow spiritually, to kind of self-assess what I'm doing. We see there's been about since 2021 or 20, something in there.
It's right in there, yeah.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah, you're driving yourself into the right path right now, okay? So we don't want to go backwards. And you're in West Palm Beach, and I have a center in West Palm Beach, the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I'm in the Tree of Life Plaza, where Schumacher is. The Expedito Enlightenment Center. You can always pop in, say hi. We've got all sorts of spiritual things there. We've got baths and sprays and oils and incense and books to help further your spiritual journey. There's a great author, Carolyn Myss, and we've got a lot of her, or Meese, depending on how people like to pronounce it. And you can read her books and kind of glean some healing work from the work that she presents. And I have so many books and crystals and jewelry, so it's a fun place to pop in. And it's at Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza. So Google Sarah Spiritual, you find out more about us. And since we're local, pop on in. I'd love to see you.
Okay, well, I have been experimenting a little bit with rose quartz, so we'll see.
It's a beautiful stone. It is, and we've got plenty of rose quartz. All right, honey, God bless you, and Merry Christmas, and we look forward to hearing from you again. Keep us posted. Remember, move forward. Don't look back.
Thank you.
All right, bye for now. 866-972-7247. We've got to go to Erica. Erica is in New York. Erica, how are you?
Hi, I'm okay.
Good.
Better.
So, Erica, you've had a difficult time. Yeah, I know. So we're going to direct some of this here for you. You've had a difficult 2024 yourself, correct?
Very.
Yeah. And it's been the year that kind of brought you to your knees. And it is this time that also is meant to help you grow spiritually and is also going to help you transform yourself in your life. So, Erica, where would you like to start? Let's start with a question.
Well, I have been in a very unhealthy relationship, and I've been very stagnant, like as far as career and work and friendship and everything. And I over the past year have drank a lot, and I'm just coming out of a binge, and I just feel like I don't know what's next. I feel stuck, like trapped and overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm. Well, you wanted to hide and you wanted to drown yourself in the experience of removing yourself through drinking, but you know that that's not the right choice for you, but you made the choice, and that's what happens. We make choices. But now you have the awareness to say, okay, I've pulled myself out before, I need to pull myself out again. And so first of all, give yourself credit, be gentle with yourself and say, okay, I had a misstep, but I'm back on track and I'm doing fine now. And I know emotionally you're not doing fine, but you're doing the right things to move yourself in the right direction, right? So you need to remind yourself that you're fine and everything's going to be fine. And the sense of stagnation is really this sense that nothing is bringing you any joy. You don't know any joy. You don't know any sense of feelings here. And
I feel kind of trapped in my relationship.
Well, the relationship needs to come to a close, but you can't really get out of the relationship because you're caught in a situation where you can't just leave. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. And everything has its time, but first we need to make you healthy and whole so that you can handle anything that comes your way and you can promote yourself financially so that we don't have to feel this sense of imprisonment.
Yeah.
And it's going to change for you. Your angels want you to know that they are with you. They've been protecting you. And this other person that you're in a relationship with, they're not necessarily healthy for you, and they create a lot of triggers. Does that make sense to you?
Definitely.
Yeah. And so the choice here is, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And then you need to plan out, how do you get there? What do you do to change your life from where it is to where you'd like it to be? And it is a choice in the physical energy first of the manifestation process. In other words, you have to write it down. You have to visualize it. You have to choose to create it around you, and then let the doors open. And then when the right door opens, you just walk through it and trust the universe has your back, because the universe does have your back. And you've been through so many different experiences over these past 9 years that it has really been a rough ride for you.
Absolutely.
And in this rough ride, it's been a time for you to move forward and put yourself first, but you haven't really been able to learn to love yourself. And there's a part of you that doesn't feel as if you're lovable. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
We are looking for a new job, please, because I see new work for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where to look. I mean, I was trained as a professional dancer, and years ago I lived in LA and I did TV, and it's just there's been like nothing going on, and he's very jealous and possessive, and I've depended on him, and it's made me very vulnerable.
Yes, and so now we need to find our power. So even though ideally we'd love to do our dance and kind of revisit and reflect on where we were and who we were, it's time to reinvent yourself and find a new purpose and passion to get you moving in a financial direction. We can always go back to visit dance and performing. And I've heard from a lot of my performers, a lot of my actors, a lot of my actresses, a lot of my people in television in California. I've got a lot of clients. And, work isn't coming out the way it used to. And I've had people who have been on commercials and they're not getting their commercials the way they used to. It's just the industry has changed so much, right? So, and you've been out of the industry for a while. So we need to evolve you first in your confidence before we put you in front of people so that you end up feeling as if you're stuck and stagnant in a different way. And then you don't have anything to fall back on. But I do know that 2025, thank goodness, is going to have a sense of refreshing energy. It's going to have a sense of opportunity for you. It's going to give you a new game plan. You're meant to feel stronger. Are you participating in a program at this time?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure they'll give you a lot of the guidance that you need to stay strong and stay, kind to yourself and do the work and have the discipline, and then things can come together for you perfectly. But the relationship is not a viable relationship. It is not meant to be a relationship you're meant to be in. It is time for you to step forward and step out of that sense of stagnation, because you cannot be a victim any longer. You need to step into your power. Erica, I hope I've given you enough to run with. We know that you can overcome this little misstep, and I know that you're going to be stronger and better for it. I know the angels are around you, and focus on how protected you really are, and don't look at the fact that you're not where you want to be. Just know that the universe will deliver you to the perfect place and find happiness, joy, and gratitude for what you have accomplished, and God will take care of all the rest. Thank you so much, Erica. We greatly appreciate your calling. We wish you a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Fasten your seatbelt. It's really meant to be an interesting ride. Just got to give yourself permission to make the change. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. I want to go to Facebook, want to pull a question from Facebook, want to see what's going on with my friends on Facebook. Let's see what we've got on Facebook, on YouTube. Let's see who we've got and see what we've got going on. Anyone on our Facebook page that we want to take a look at? We've got Penny, and she says, will my anxiety go away? So Penny Coleco is like, oh my goodness, I've got such crazy anxiety. And so I will tell you, Penny, that there's a lot of fears that have built up around you, particularly the past 3 years. And when I look at that anxiety, it's the fear of the unknown. So reminding yourself that you're going to be safe and that everything is all right, and really learning how to control your thoughts and emotions. I recently learned that if we take our hands and we place them in cold water when we feel an anxiety attack coming on, like ice cold water, we can most certainly calm down and reset our body and take our mind off the fight or flight and kind of take yourself out of that anxiety attack. It will get better. I do hope you're seeing someone to make a difference with your health so that you can be able to overcome that. Thank you so much, Penny, for your Facebook question. We greatly appreciate you. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll be back on Facebook, back on YouTube. Put your questions there in the feed, and we'll also be back at our phone lines at 866-972-7247. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and that's me, Sarah Spiritual. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956, or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk like a movie playing in a different theater. And the characters, they change like water into wine, and everything comes when the stars align. Do you know me?
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, and we're really reflecting on the past. And we're also noticing how the past can impact our future. We heard from some of our callers, and we kind of saw where things that have happened as our childhood experiences have impacted how they view themselves in relationships and who they attract. We also know that sometimes our sense of not feeling good enough or worthy can cause us to make choices that disrupt our physical body and create dependency on substances, right? And really kind of take us out of our center and our God self. So we want to reflect and we want to take a look at these things. We also want to find the wonderful memories and use those fabulous feelings to project us to move forward. We're welcoming your phone calls at 866-972-7247. We've got calls all across the nation. If you're on hold, don't hang up because we're going to get to you. And for this minute from Florida, I've got to go to New Jersey, and I've got Diane. Diane, how are you? Hi, Diane. Are you with us? Diane in New Jersey.
Hear me?
I hear you now,
Hello?
Miss Diane. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. Diane, what is your question for us tonight?
My question is, I want to go back to Florida and visit family, and I was going to wait till the end of this year, like December 31st, and I might be able to go earlier, and I just feel like there's an urgency for me to go back sooner. I don't know why, but...
Okay, Diane, let me take a look.
Do you feel anything on that?
Yeah, let me check into that for you, please. Just bear with me. Well, this, interestingly enough, this is really a message from your soul. And we want to visit family because there are people that you have concerns about. Is that also true?
Yes.
There's a health concern, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So my guides tell me this: to remember someone in the best possible moments is how we really want to remember them, as opposed to should something happen and we see them in their worst moments. Yes? So
Yes.
if you could arrive anytime from the 21st on, that would be good for you. So it's pushing it back about 10 days.
Okay. All right, yeah, it's either going to go on the 31st or like the 18th.
Anything after the 15th of December is good. December 15th, we don't want to travel. And this month is always a complicated month for travel. And this month particularly will have its challenges because of the energy on the planet. So you want to make sure that you have everything figured out. The 21st is a Saturday or a Friday. So then the 18th is a Wednesday. So that would be a good day to travel. It's a day that is not the most popular day to travel either. So it should make it a little easier for you to make the transition.
Yeah, because I know there's going to be, the sooner I get the closer I get to the holidays, it's going to be harder and harder, at the airport. And
Yes.
I
And-
really don't like driving.
Oh, no. You're going to fly out of Newark Airport?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be a good time for you to fly out of Newark Airport. I also see here, Diane, you're taking care of some things with your own health. We have some things going on in our legs and our mobility. Yes, please?
Yes. Yes, I actually have 3 doctor appointments while I'm in Florida.
Good.
With
Good.
I have like a hernia in my stomach. and it's getting bigger, so I'm going to try to get that taken care of.
Is it a hiatal hernia?
I got something on my face. Yeah, but it's getting worse, though.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it for like 4 years, but I know it's getting worse.
And then your legs were bothering you when you were walking and standing. Is that also true?
Yes.
Okay. So are we going to talk to someone about our circulation, please?
No, I wasn't going to, but I think I should because also my hand has been numb. You know, my right hand.
Yeah, I would
just won't
check
be able
the
to feel nothing
circulation.
sometimes. Not all the time.
Yeah, check the circulation, all right? And that should take care of everything for you. When I look at this 2025, I want you to look at it to be a year that you step into your power and you begin to expand. So I want you to look at your expansion and your growth, all right?
Okay.
Spiritually, financially, it's a year of great growth for you, Diane, all right?
Okay, thank you, Sarah, and you have a happy holiday.
Thank you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, safe travels. And I don't know where you're going in Florida, but be sure to pop on into the Expedito Enlightenment Center and come see me.
Okay, Sarah, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. And we are going to go to Key West. I have Ricardo on the line. Ricardo, how are you tonight? Hi, Ricardo. Are you with us? Ricardo in Key Largo. I'm doing well, Ricardo. Good to connect with you.
It's good to connect with you as well.
And Ricardo,
what do you have for me today as of 2025?
Yeah, well, when we look at your energy here, the most interesting thing here that we see is that this year represents for you, the moving into 2025 represents change. Any kind of movement you want to make is for you to make the move in 2025. The closer we get to your birthday, the more the energy is conducive for you to make change financially, for you to step away from the experiences that are not giving you satisfaction. I feel like this year has its complications coming for you because you cannot wait to make the changes, because if you wait to make changes, things are going to catch up with you, going to cause some havoc. So we want to take a look at our finances and what do we need to change and our career movements so that we are in a good place so nothing catches you off guard. It is meant to be a year that really is a stepping stone for your 2026 and 2027, which become very powerful years, particularly as we step into the financial outlook, Ricardo. So what is your burning question for me before we go to commercial?
I mean, what's the best time that things are going to kick off for me? Start getting better.
Well, this 2024, since about June, has been difficult. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So when we move you into 2025 and we get closer to your birthday, that's when you finally start to feel like you can breathe. You've been in this energy of at the effect of circumstances and conditions, and some things seem that they are beyond your control, and you don't know how you're going to keep your head above water. Does that make sense to you?
Buddy.
And so there will be a change coming for you that is going to open up a new doorway. It's going to help you financially, and it's going to make things easier. So look for your birthday to bring about that opening change. How did you hear about us, Ricardo?
My sister.
Oh, wonderful.
Very close person to me. That, we've always been very close since we were young, and she told me to reach out.
Well, I'm glad that I can be of service to you. And
It's been hard, you know. And
yeah,
I appreciate you at your time. Thank you.
you can rise above this. You are most certainly protected, and there's definitely the angels are with you. So just hang on and focus on what you want to have change and begin to make the changes that are in your power to change, and then the universe will take care of the rest. Thank you so much, Ricardo, in Key West. We greatly appreciate it. Bye for now. God bless you. Merry Christmas.
Goodbye.
Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to continue to answer our phone calls all across the nation. We're going to pop back on Facebook, pop back on YouTube, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Reflections and how great it is that we've had 750 live shows with all of you, and we are in our 15.5+ anniversary time. Time is flying when we're having fun here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our...
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WSFS 104.3 HD3 Miramar, WFLM 104.7 HD3 Palm Beach Shores, and heard in Broward on 96.9 FM, Boca Raton on 95.3 FM, West Palm Beach on 95.9 FM, and in Martin County on 106.9 FM. We are South Florida's home for the True Oldies channel.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussion to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart. The ways that worked before, they don't work anymore. We have lost our love for everyone. We have hurt each other. The world
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. We are looking forward to talking to you, and we're opening up some new phone lines so that we can connect. You know, it's been an interesting time. Technology has been proving itself to be a challenge during Mercury retrograde for many people that I'm talking to. Apparently it looked like Facebook and Instagram were having some problems earlier today as well. So we know these things happen. So we have to kind of go with the flow. And if I were to have any suggestion for how to navigate your holiday season, I would tell you to go with the flow. I would tell you to stay calm and trust that you're going to know the right thing to do, the right thing to say. If people's emotions are energetically charged in a way that is disruptive to you, don't pay it much mind. Step out of the fear and the worry and really just trust the universe has your back. And don't let somebody as they say, get your goat, right? We don't want anyone to get your goat. We don't want anyone to disrupt you. We want you to feel the energy of peace and holiday. When we talk about holidays, and we talk about Christmas, and we talk about Hanukkah, we talk about a New Year celebration, it is a time of reflection. It is a time of looking into the past and remembering how far we've come and celebrating our victories, celebrating the successes that we've had, celebrating the moments, the wins. Even though we might have had a lot of losses, we have to celebrate the wins, and we have to celebrate who we are as individuals and what we bring to the table, our personal power, our unique personalities, our gifts. Everybody has gifts. You know, I've heard so many people say, well, I don't know what my gifts are. You have to look at what you enjoy. Look at what you are good at. Your gifts are tools that help you get on track to the path of destiny. Destiny is always unfolding. I have a lot of people tell me they're looking for their destiny. They're looking for their purpose. Purpose is living in the moment of now and letting things unfold until you feel like you've found the exact spot you're meant to be. And for some people, they are born and they know exactly where they're meant to be and they just do it. For many others, more than not, most people are on a journey and the journey leads them to purpose. That's what led me to all of you. It's a journey. And it's a journey that is based on past experiences that have taught you lessons, have caused you to reflect, have given you strength and power, have assisted you in being a better person, a better communicator, shown you what you want and don't want in relationships, really help you mold yourself and also break out of the patterns and the learned behavior that maybe came from the generations before. We are all here to be instruments of power and purpose and passion, and we're meant to make a difference. We are here to step into our true authentic self. And finding self is letting go of illusionary beliefs and letting go of, as they say, our ego and the need to express our personality above listening to our inner voice, our inner spirit, our inner soul. So it's an important time for us all to step out of this disruptive time in the world. And, there's a lot of uncertainty. Uncertainty creates fear and an imbalance. You need to step in and know that you're fully protected and everything is meant to work out divinely for you. 866-972-7247. We are looking forward to hearing from you on the phone lines. We are going to go to Kathy. Kathy is in Pompano. Kathy, how are you tonight?
Great. How are you?
I'm well. Good to connect with you, Kathy. Is this your first time calling?
Thank you. No, it isn't.
Okay. Well, we are glad to make this connection again with you, Miss Kathy. And are you navigating something pertaining to money? Because this is meant to be a year of financial dealings and money.
Yes.
Beautiful. What is your questioning for us here today?
I have a couple. One is the money issue, whether I'm going to be successful with money, and the other is romance.
Okay, let's look at the money first, since that was what Spirit brought up initially. So are we going to be successful in money? This is the year for you to invest money. This is the year for you to make money. This is the year that's wired for your success with money. Now, that doesn't mean we throw caution to the wind and just do any old thing. But if you're looking to generate money by actions that you're taking, this can be very fruitful for you? Are you working on doing something to generate money at this time from your own creation?
Yes.
Beautiful. And I feel like you're meant to be doing this for a greater purpose, not just to make money. Does that also make sense to you?
Yes.
Right. I feel like you want to empower other people. You want to help other people along the way. It's not just about making money for you. It's about making a difference and being successful yourself. Is that also true?
Definitely, yes.
Now, Kathy, when I want to hear this song in my head, love is in the air, in every sight and every sound, I feel like love is there, but it's not really this propelling priority at the moment. Does that also make sense to you?
Yes.
So is there a particular person that you want to ask us about?
No, I'm actually not involved with anyone.
Okay. Just want to make sure if there was someone who piqued your interest. And it's good that you're not involved with anyone right now. Now I know you may sit there and say, but Sarah, when am I going to be involved with someone? Because that's what I'm waiting for. I'm looking for romance, want romance to come. Getting tired of waiting, getting tired of sitting here. Clock's the ticking, Sarah Spiritual. What you got to say about that? And what I'm going to say to you, honey, is that this is a time for you to focus on you and getting your footing financially and creating more value for yourself so you are truly a better version of your own foundation and really generating abundance, and then love is going to come in. And when I fast forward you in the 2025 year time and I take you a little closer to your birthday, that's when the energy really starts to open up for you to attract, we're going to use a very overused word, but it's the word Spirit gives me tonight, a soulmate. Someone who is in alignment with your soul, someone who is meant to connect to you, someone who is able to be an equal vibrationally matched partner, someone who's going to be there to assist you in your journey. And I see that there's a companionship to this relationship. It is not somebody that you met. That's why I wanted to make sure if you had someone to ask me about, I could give you the insight as to why it wasn't going to be that person. And so it's someone that is new to you. Now I'm also seeing, my guides are showing me some travel. Do you have a trip planned in the early part of 2025? Because I see a trip.
There may be.
Okay. If there may be, and it's something that is manageable, Spirit is really encouraging you to take the trip.
Okay.
You need a break. You need a reset. We need to revamp your energy. A trip would be most beneficial for this.
Okay, excellent.
And there's also an opportunity for you to expand your consciousness and your spirituality. And I feel like you've been trying to open up more and more to the angels, to the guides. Like I feel like this sense of energy around you. You've been working on your spiritual connection as well.
Yes, definitely.
And there's also some writing that I want you to do. Are you journaling or documenting some experiences around you? Because they're showing me a book. They're showing some energy of...
I haven't.
Go ahead.
I haven't been doing that. No.
Do that. You want to manifest what you want, you write down in a journal, I am the woman who is manifesting abundance. Abundance flows to me with ease and grace. I am a magnet to powerful experiences that propel me financially. I am a loving, caring being that is a magnet to love of an equal vibrational match. And I want you to just write what you want in a partner, what you want your life to look like. I want you to focus on that.
Okay, I will.
All right. All right, Kathy, we appreciate your call greatly. Thank you so much. We wish you a very happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year and Happy Hanukkah. We want you to truly embrace who you are, who you've come to be, and really focus on finances, because that's what the energy is going to be most supportive of as we tune into 2025 and propel you to your birthday, and then the fun changes begin to come. All right, my dear, thank you so much for calling us back. We greatly appreciate it. You're welcome. Bye for now. Bye. 866-972-7247. Let's pull a question from Facebook and YouTube. I see we've got some calls here on the board, and I'm waiting for them to kind of just be moved over or see where they belong. So let's see if we can get a Facebook or a YouTube question up for us here before we go back to our phone lines at 866-972-7247. Let's see who we have on our Facebook page, please. Excuse me? Okay, so that's fine. We're going to take a look and see what we've got here on our Facebook page. And see how, because I know that Facebook has definitely been acting up on us all. So we want to tune in, and we want to see what we've got. And see. So we've got Dawn Hawkins, and she says she's feeling so lost, and she wants some advice. And so interestingly enough, Miss Dawn, when I look at the energy here, I'm seeing that you are in this place of big transitions, big difficulties, big clashes with people. I'm feeling like you not only feel lost, but you feel by yourself, like you don't have any support, that the people around you are not seeing you for who you are. When I look at the energy of where you're going, this year is a year of difficulties and challenges until I take you till about February or March of 2025. And when I see challenge, I feel like you're financially feeling challenged. I'm feeling like you're realizing that not everybody is who they have appeared to be. So you're having to put together some healthy boundaries and really step into a new opportunity for yourself. So we are looking for you to move forward and clear the energy. We want you to do your prayers and ask your angels to bring you assistance. And in this energy of assistance, we want you to move forward, and we want you to trust that the universe has your back. Write down what you'd like to see change, and then everything will begin to change very easily for you once we get into the 2025. We know that there is a new way of moving forward in your life, so all you need to do is to step forward and trust the universe has your back, and new doors will open up. I know you're feeling squeezed now, but you're going to pop up and pop out. So thank you so much, Dawn Hawkins. We greatly appreciate it. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. We are going to take a moment to hear from our sponsors. Then we're going to grab our calls on the board. So stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here on the Oldies Station. And I'm Sarah Spiritual. So glad you joined us. We'll be right back.
Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Did you call me with your soul? Because you know that you know me. Every soul has its story, like a movie playing in a different theater. Characters, they change like water into wine, and everything comes when the stars align.
And we are back here live on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. We're so glad that you're joining us here all across the nation on the Oldie Station, where you can find us every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 9 p.m. answering questions, popping on Facebook, popping on YouTube, and really connecting with all of you. It's our 750th live national radio show. So glad to be sharing it with you. We've got some fabulous products coming up at the end of the year. We've got our New Year's kit. We've got our New Year's forecast. We have the complete package that includes both of them. Visit sarahspiritual.com. There you'll find everything you need to toast in the new year and a little bit of the items that we have at the center. And my center's in West Palm Beach, the Expedito Enlightenment Center. So we welcome you to visit us at the Metaphysical Center, the Expedito Enlightenment Center. There you'll find everything you need for your spiritual journey. We've got to go to the phone lines. We've got some calls building up and holding on. And I've got Carol, and Carol is in Fort Lauderdale. Carol, how are you doing tonight?
Okay, and you?
I'm doing well, Carol. Good to make this connection with you. It is a powerful time for you, my dear. It is a year for you to step in your personal power. It is self-care, self-worth, self-healing time. Have you been trying to do more for yourself, Carol, at this time?
Yes, but I'm going through a lot of, I'm going through a lot. Yeah.
Yes, and even our health is not the way we want it to be. Is that also true?
Yes.
And I'm also looking at, I see someone's back to you. So are you in a disagreement, a disconnect, a disappointment with someone right this time? Because they're showing that, I feel like there's a clash around you from people that you thought you knew well or you could trust. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, yes, yes.
And I also feel like, you know what you know within yourself as well. My guides are like, she knows what she knows. She sees it. She feels it. You have to learn to trust your intuition. And I also feel, Carol, that you even get visions in your dreams. Is that true? Do you get some insight in your dreams?
Yes, yes. Yes,
yeah.
ma'am. Yes.
You've got that prophetic dream feeling around you here. And Carol, have you called into the station before? Is this your first time?
It's my first time. I'm just driving home, and then I hear it on the radio station, and I dial you. That's my first time.
Well, we welcome you. We welcome you, and we're glad that you were listening. Do you know what station you were listening to at the time?
No, I can't recall right now. Oh, I'm so happy I get you,
Yes. Well, we're glad to have you here. And, they're also talking to me about, do we have a property or something family connected in another place, please? Is there a property in on an island somewhere, please, connected to family?
Yes. Yeah. In Jamaica.
In Jamaica. And is there a disagreement also or something not to your liking going on there as well?
Yeah, I just learned to leave it alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave it alone and leave it be. So what is your burning question for us, Carol? I feel like you're kind of getting it from all ends. So what's your question for us?
Yeah, my burning question is like my marriage. I can't put my hands on it, where it's going. So it just bothers me, I want to know if I should stay in it or,
Should I
away.
stay or should I go? Well, this is your year to put yourself first and to honor and love yourself and hold those boundaries of self-love and self-worth. That's why we were talking about that when we first connected. What is the person, your partner's birthday? Don't say their name, just their birthday.
I think it's born 1984.
And what month and day?
And it's on July the 21st.
Okay. So we're questioning if he's here for all the right reasons and if he's really being authentic. Is that also true, please? Because I feel like sometimes you feel like he's being very self-centered. Yeah. Does that make sense to you, please? That's the word they're giving me. Self-centered, a little elusive. I don't feel like you know everything that's going on with him. So you're questioning his authenticity in this relationship. And I feel as if he does care for you. I feel that he also cares for himself more than he's capable of caring for you. I feel like he is here in this relationship because you make things easy for him. And you keep going. My guides make me feel like you're working yourself to the bone, and he's not really being forced to push himself. And if he were to be pushed out of the nest, you'd be surprised from a high tree how fast he'd have to learn how to fly. Otherwise, he'd land on his head. But you keep cushioning him along the journey, and you are making excuses for him. You're making excuses for him. Is he a lovely person? Yes. Can he be very complimentary and very heartfelt? He can. Is he inherently selfish? He is. And is he in this relationship for all the right reasons? And that answer is no. So you have a choice to make. This is why we have a line in the sand where we say, I have to put me first. So this is not Spirit's way of telling you what to do. We'll never tell you what to do. You have free will. But this is called wake up, because you have had a dream or two that has made you feel as if there's been some dishonesty or something that is not true around you, and that somebody's trying to pull the wool over your eyes in some fashion. Like there's more going on than meets the eye. Is that true, Carol?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So your spirit guides, your gift, your God that gives you this gift is not steering you wrong. Something's not right. Now, if we ask him, we're going to get denial. So now you ask your guides and your angels to show you what you need to know so you can decide if it's something that, you know, you're willing to tolerate or not, right? Is it just his way and he doesn't feel comfortable always telling you every little thing that he's doing? And I don't mean anything crazy, he's just, rather than hear you say no or give you your opinion, because you are very strong and very opinionated, I might say, my darling. So, you know, you can be a little rough. So, you know, rather than say a few things, he may not always, you know, want to come to you, but I feel like there's more than that going on, and I want you to see it for yourself, and I want you to come to an understanding that, you know, at this time, at this juncture of your life, you deserve better, you deserve more, and your life would be easier if you weren't holding up him.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And there's another thing just into my job. You know, I'm not working, getting job like I used to, and, you know, that bothers me.
Yeah, and it's almost like there's a clash, and everywhere you go, there's always somebody clashing with you.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm going to tell you, I know, Carol, you're in Fort Lauderdale, but I have a center in West Palm Beach. And, you know, you would really benefit by using some of the things from my center, you know, to wash yourself down, to clear your energy, to shift yourself. So when you can, it's worth the trip up from Fort Lauderdale to West Palm Beach, and to come to the center, the Expedito Center. You can Google Sarah Spiritual, and there you'll find all the information. And of course, the website does not carry all the products. We have 2,100 square feet of product, and my goodness, we got a lot of stuff. And I make most of the products. So I feel like you need to shift your energy so that you can clear your energy and then make decisions that are not from a clouded vibration, but from a true vibration. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yes, yes. Because I'm not making, you know, this coming like I used to work and make money. It's like, it come, but it's not, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Struggling, yes.
You're struggling, yes. All right, my dear. I trust we've been of service to you. I'm so glad you found us. Remember, every Wednesday night, 6:30 to 9 p.m. on the Oldie station. And you can find us there. All right? Or you can always watch us on Facebook and YouTube. All right. Thank you so much for your call. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I hope to see you in West Palm Beach.
Same for you.
All right. Bye for now. Bye. 866-972-7247. From Fort Lauderdale, I got to go to Georgia. I got Ashley, and Ashley is in Georgia. Ashley, how are you doing? Hello, Miss Ashley. Are you there? All right. I don't know that we have Miss Ashley on the line, so hopefully Ashley will be able to call back if she can. We had Ashley in Georgia, but from Georgia, Ashley, are you there? All right. We've got to move on. We've got to go to Yvonne, and Yvonne is in Chicago. Yvonne, how are you doing tonight?
Sarah, how are you?
I'm doing well, Yvonne. Good to make this reconnection with you. Happy holidays. I know it's been quite the adventure for you.
Wow, yes.
My guides tell me that you taking care of your health has been a priority. We got to take better care of our health. Have you been working on that, Yvonne?
Yes, I have. Wow.
Yes. And Yvonne, I also know that we were navigating some things in personal relationships. Is that also true?
Yes.
So what is your burning question for us tonight, Yvonne?
I think I'm on the edge. As you know, I lost so many people this year. I lost so many, and I don't like this feeling of the holidays. But I started a new contract job, and I got another offer, but I stayed where I was, and now it's just, I don't know, Sarah. I was like this earlier in the year when the people start leaving me, my nephew and my two nephews and my mom and my best friend. So I don't know where I'm at right now, and it's not the personal relationship because that person went ahead and got married to somebody else.
Well, that was 1 minute they're your knight in shining armor, next minute they're marrying somebody else, right? So that definitely shows us who they were. And, here's the interesting thing. You're feeling as if you don't have your sparkle, your wow factor, and so you're kind of feeling like you're kind of the observer in life instead of the participatory person, and you're used to being participatory, you're used to being active and connected, and so you're almost afraid to make a wrong move because what little you have you want to make sure you get to keep. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. Yes.
But you stayed at the job that you're at, and I don't know that was a wrong choice. I feel like it was the safe choice. I know that the job you have has its challenges as well, but my guides show me that it's okay to be there.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
So you have to just find your way through it. I mean, there's always going to be a person or a situation that comes up in the industry that you're in. So there's nothing that you can do other than navigate it. So even if you left there and went somewhere else, you would have had a fresh start, but then the same little problems would have popped up.
Okay, and there's this one lady that she stopped speaking to me. You're absolutely right. But I like the job. I like what I'm doing.
So do your job and just say good morning to her, and don't give a flying banana if she answers you. Who cares? Okay. You're not there to make friends. Okay. You're there to get a paycheck and enjoy what you do.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
Because you could go somewhere else and get somebody who actually is even more diabolical than she is. Right? She just has herself in a huff because she's jealous because people respond well to you and they don't respond well to her. Well, then she needs to change her personality. Not your problem.
Thank you. I needed that, Sarah. Thank you. Okay. That was it. I needed that. Yes. Yeah.
So it's important that you put yourself first. It's a year for you to step out of the box and kind of really be more creative. It's a year that you break the routine. What you were doing and have been doing has not been really working for you. So now it's a time for you to move yourself forward in the direction of what you want to create. And what you want to create is stability, friendships, and partnerships. Yes, is it devastating that we have lost a lot of people? It is. But they're with you in spirit, right? Your mother is right there with you. You talk to her. She hears you.
Okay, I do. Yep.
I have a question for you.
Up to go see her.
I have a question for you. Who was known for female energy, known for her perfume? Someone showing me a perfume bottle. Or do you have someone's perfume left over from when they were alive?
I'm trying to think. I've got some of Mama's stuff, but no perfume. But I did the other day because it's cold here. Took out one of her coats and I smelled her scent on the coat.
Her scent, right. And did she used to wear a perfume that... Okay, there you go. Okay, because they're showing me perfume, okay? So you took out her coat and you could still smell her scent and her her perfume and or the residue of her soap and perfume mixed together. So she's with you, and so she's connecting with you, and so she was aware of that. That's why I was like, I know you were about to talk about something else, but I had to bring that up for you because she wanted me to let you know she's with you.
Thank you. And when you said creative, my son that's still here, he called me earlier and he said he wanted me to make some labels. He wanted to create this oil. He already has it. He said people like it. He said, Mom, I need for you to do a label. I love doing stuff on the computer, but I'm like, I guess with what you just said about perfume, he said it's oil, and he wants me to put, his name brand and stuff like that on it.
Good. So go ahead and make a label.
And I love doing. It's going to be a lot of labels.
I know.
He wants to sell this. It's going to be a lot. Okay.
I know, but you're going to put it on the computer, and you're going to print it or send it out to get printed, and there you go.
I'm going to do it myself because my hands feel it. Thank you.
All right.
My hands feel that I should do it myself.
All right. Perfect.
Thank you so much, Sarah. You've always been there. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Well, know that you're not alone on the holidays, and we are going to say Merry Christmas because it is about the power of love, and Christmas lives in our hearts, as do our loved ones who are not with us. They will always be in our heart.
Yes, they will. Yep.
All right, my dear.
Merry
Thank
Christmas,
you so much.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank
God
you,
bless
Sarah.
you.
Okay.
All right, bye for now. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a quick break from our sponsors. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation on the Oldie Station. If you're on hold, don't go anywhere because I'm going to get to you before this show ends. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me?
Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? I am Sarah Spiritual, and we've been hanging out with all of you for a very long time. And we're so glad to have you here live on our show with us, calling in at 866-972-7247. We're welcoming your phone calls as we wind down the show. We want to let you know we'll be back next Wednesday night for our show before the holidays. So we're looking forward to talking to you. We're going to be playing my holiday song that is a channeled song we get to play once a year. As one of my original songs, Christmas is in Your Heart. So we're excited to play that for all of you next week. And, of course, give you some insight as to how the endings are beginnings and how we're closing out this 2024 as we get ready for the holidays and the new year. We're going to go back to our phone lines, and we've got Christina. Christina is in Palm Beach. Christina in Palm Beach, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah. I am very good. Thank you.
Good. And you know, Christina, this is really your time to break out of this fog that's been trying to kind of weigh you down. If you felt as if things have been coming at you, trying to weigh you down, and you want to make a change and kind of be in a better energy within your physical body, your emotional body, your spiritual body. Is this true, Christina?
Yes, it's true. It's 100% true. I'm over it.
Good. Get over it. Be over it. And I also see a lot of healing. I feel like this is a time for great healing, emotionally, spiritually, and physically as well. And I feel like the trap is being lifted. And by the time we get to your birthday in 2025, you know, you've got this, I hear this song in my head, I got a new attitude. We got a new attitude. We got a new flow. We got connections. We got networking with people. Like, I feel like now you can express yourself. And I feel like you haven't been able to really speak your truth because people have tried to silence you. Does that also make sense to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Miss Christina, what is your burning question for me here tonight?
My burning question is, first, my dad's been around me. He's probably running up to you right now. And I want to know if he wants to say something or does he want me to ask him?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Your dad's energy is always around you. So all you have to do is just reach up and kind of talk to him. And I feel like he can actually tap you on the shoulder because that's just kind of his energy. He likes to get your attention, playful energy in his spirit. And he's also bringing you He's actually bringing flowers, so he makes me feel like there's some event or something that requires flowers that's coming up, Christina. He's giving me flowers. I don't know if... Does this make any sense to you?
Flowers are because we lost his wife on the 21st, and we lost our grandson on the 22nd. So
Okay.
I feel like the flowers are flowers.
Okay, there you go. The 21st, the 22nd of December?
Yes.
Okay. And that makes vibrational sense to me why he would be doing that, all right? So he's presenting you with flowers, flowers for the remembrance.
He can just give me flowers.
Yeah. It's a
I love flowers. He can give them to me at any time.
Yeah. But he makes me feel like it's for a reason, like there's something to remember, right? And, tonight's show is about reflections, right? And you're filled with a lot of reflections, during this time of loss. And it is a time of great connection to our loved ones on the other side. And your dad wants you to know that he's aware. He may not have the same calendar. He doesn't have a Apple Watch, but he does have a knowing of the significance of the dates, okay? Even though he doesn't go by our calendar, he goes by the vibration. And this is the window of time that his wife and you said your grandson who passed, please? I didn't hear who you said passed.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 21st, his wife, my stepmom, passed.
Right.
And then the 22nd, Rush, our grandson, passed.
Your grandson. Yeah. Okay, I did hear correctly. And so, he's with you. He's supporting you. He's not alone there. Most certainly there's more than just his wife, your grandson there.
My mom.
Your mom's there. There's another male standing next to his brother. Yes,
His
please.
brother Wallace.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a man standing next to him. His father's above him as well.
Right.
And
his
father
and his mother?
yes.
Oh, how sweet.
So he's in his soul pod of people that were with him, and he wants you to know that they're always, all of them, watching over you, making sure you're okay, making sure that physically you're okay as well. I know that it has been a trying time for you, and you have felt totally unsupported, and he doesn't want you to feel that way. He wants you to know that he is with you. There is this powerful transformation that happens for you next year, and things will be put into a better perspective. We want you to focus on the energy of creation for yourself and what you'd like next year to be like. It is also a time of you kind of releasing the old pains and the old wounds from betrayal, because I feel as if everyone you've been so kind to, it really feels like it blows up in your face and you're kind of left holding the bag. Does that make sense to you, Christina?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tired of that.
Yeah. And Christina, is there a trip that you wanted to take? Because I do see some travel coming in the beginning of the year.
No.
Okay. I see a trip.
I mean, a trip to see my children.
Okay. I see a trip. Is that in the beginning of the year?
I don't know. I hope it is. Their birthdays are in January, so that would be nice.
That makes
perfect trip.
that would be a perfect trip. And they live outside of the state that you live in Florida?
Correct.
All right. That sounds like a trip to me.
Yeah, they just came to visit me, which was wonderful. They
I
knew
understand.
I was doing a bunch of stuff.
But there's a trip for you to take to go see them. So I see a trip in the beginning of the year. If it lands in January or the very beginning of February, there is a trip. Christina, you're not alone. You're fully supported. They're getting ready to wave me off to close out the show, but we did want to take your call and acknowledge you. We are greatly appreciative of your taking the time to participate. We know that this year is going to bring the changes that you want. So in the meantime, I hear this energy of hang in there, trust the process, know that you're not alone. When the emotions come up over you and you feel alone and you need to cry, then let it flow through you, and then let God pick you up from that, hold you in the energy of love, and then move on through your day. And just know that every day will get easier and better, and you will become stronger, and new beautiful things will start to happen for you in 2025. We thank you, Christina, for your phone call. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Bye for now. Bye. 866-972-7247. Write that number down. I would love to talk to you next Wednesday night for our holiday show. We're so glad we've been able to hang out with all of you for over 15 and a half years and 750 live shows. So where have you been if you just joined us? Did you just hear us for the first time cruising down the highway and you're like, wait a minute, who's Sarah Spiritual? Well, go to sarahspiritual.com, learn all about me. Visit my Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. I'd love to see you. Pick up some wonderful items for holiday shopping for your friends and your family. You've got a wonderful, wide range of crystals and Buddhas and elephants and jewelry and books and incense burners and candles, and it's just a fun place. So I would love to see you there. We appreciate you. Be aware, be careful as you navigate the roads. I know everyone's in a hurry, but trust that it is time for you to take care of self, love, be in the energy of love, be kind to others during your holiday shopping and madness, and remember to live in the moment. Christmas is in your heart, and you must always put out the energy of love. Good night. God bless you. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily